how did you actually get into to even programming to begin with, right? Because everybody must have a small story. I mean, what happened?
I went to when I went to like college, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. Before that, I took like
Yeah.
intro to Python class in high school, and then I took like some computer repair class as well. Um, so, but I didn't think that that was something I wanted to do necessarily. Then I went to college, and I knew I wanted to do something engineering, but I hadn't really decided what that was going to be. Um, that first year at school, I kind of just explored a bunch of topics. And I think after like the beginning of the first semester of my college career, I think I decided that I wanted to be a civil engineer because a lot of the friends I made were all civil engineers. And I'm like, oh, being part of like creating buildings, that's kind of cool. But I think as the semester went on, I got to exploring more, and then just computers was something that I had experience with. Like I built my own desktop in high school and everything. So I think just one thing led to another, and then I went into computer engineering. And even though computer engineering is not computer science directly, it's kind of a mix of electrical engineering and computer science. I think that's kind of why I strove towards that because I was really interested in the hardware, but I was also like pretty interested
Hmm.
in the development part of it. And with computer engineering, you kind of get a little bit of both. And then that's kind of what I did in school. Took all the classes. Actually, most of my classes were. I would say I didn't take many programming classes in school. I think I took like two actual CS classes. Then the rest of them, I took a big focus on hardware languages. So like I don't know if you know VHDL and Verilog and that type of stuff. So those are languages that you code for creating hardware. So like some in my classes, I wrote the code that would run like a processor and stuff like that. I was really interested by that, but then those jobs are so niche. Like you got to pretty much go work at Intel or AMD or something like that. There's not too many options for hardware languages. Then I got my internship. So my first year of college, I had an internship that was working with Java and Android, but it was like through this guaranteed paid internship program because like my grades were good enough, and it wasn't really any real internship. It was kind of like the school gave you a summer to learn about Android and how it works, and they paid you a little bit of money. So it wasn't really much. And then junior year of college, I got an internship at the company Navistar where I learned embedded C. That's kind of where at that company I would say that's where most of my development expertise came from. I had a really good boss and a really great team, and they all like taught me a ton about development, even though it was just in C. And then that whole time in like college and since I was working, I was building websites, creating apps, doing all that stuff. And then Flutter came out, and then that one caught my eye the most, and probably spent the most time working on that.